Hello there. I hope you're enjoying a happy new year. Well, at least a new year confident in your faith in the Lord. He's not going to leave you or forsake you. He's never going to let us down. So we can proceed through the year with real confidence. We've been looking at Acts chapter 12 and the amazing story of Peter's escape from prison, where the Lord miraculously sprung him against all odds, setting him free. And here he is running through the streets of Jerusalem, heading for a safe house, a house belonging to the mother of John Mark, who later became a gospel writer. He's come out of the prison. He's wondering what on earth is going to happen. And we'll pick it up in verse 11. Then Peter came to himself. This is chapter 12 of Acts and verse 11. Then Peter came to himself and said, "Now I know without a doubt that the Lord sent his angel and rescued me from Herod's clutches and from everything the Jewish people were anticipating." When this had dawned on him, he went to the house of Mary, the mother of John, also called Mark, where many people had gathered and were praying. They were obviously praying about Peter's predicament, praying that the Lord would free him from prison in some miraculous way. But isn't it interesting what follows? Peter knocked at the outer entrance, and a servant girl named Rhoda came to answer the door. When she recognized Peter's voice, she was so overjoyed she ran back without opening it and exclaimed, "Peter is at the door." "You are out of your tiny mind," they told her. When she kept insisting it was so, they said, "Well, it must be his angel." Now, isn't that interesting? They'd been praying away like anything, earnestly asking the Lord, "Lord, please free our dear brother Peter. Lord, get him out of that jail by any means possible. But please do it, Lord, please do it." Next thing, there's a knock on the door. She goes to the door, and it's Peter. And they don't believe it. They can't believe it. It's too incredible for words. Well, we know we prayed about it. We know we asked the Lord to do it, but we can't believe he's done it. I find that utterly fascinating because I encounter it all the time in myself. I ask the Lord for many things, not only for myself, but for other people too. But when it happens and he answers my prayers positively, although I have through the years come to accept it and be grateful for it, it always gives me a slight stab as if to think, well, I wonder if it really has happened. But the Lord is faithful, isn't he? But isn't this an amusing situation? Well, it wasn't very amusing for Peter, left standing at the door and wondering what on earth was going to happen, expecting to hear the marching of troops as they came up the little road to arrest him again. But it didn't happen. He kept on knocking. And when he managed to get a response from them, he went in and said, "Tell James and the brothers about this." And then he left for another place, Luke tells us, because Luke wrote this, the book of Acts. But he went to another place. We don't know where that was. Perhaps he went up onto the top of the Mount of Olives. There was a house there that was a safe house. It belonged to Mary and Martha and Lazarus. Perhaps it was there. We don't know, but we don't need to know. All we know is Peter was safe. And that was good news, wasn't it? The Lord had performed a miracle and he provided everything for Peter, his beloved disciple. Good news, eh? And good to talk to you, and I look forward to the next time. Bye-bye for now.